Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please revise your testimony. Right. Fine, I'll testify. It won't change nothing, though. Something will change, it has to. And I'm going to spot it. What is new testimony? Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that was all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out that lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the man's hands, and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at that boat the whole time, crossed my heart and hoped to fry. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Objection!
The witness' testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she's a research student or a photographer has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination.
Objection!
I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Von Karma's up to something, I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because... why? Was there a contradiction? Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself, you must have something in mind. That would be a first. Very funny. You understand that this is your last chance at a cross-examination, Mr. Wright. If there is no problem with the testimony this time, we will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. Okay, can we again just point out that she's only heard 2 shots when 3 shots were fired? I'm not a research student. I'm an investigative photographer. What a scoop. Is it really? You heard the bang, you looked straight at that lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so you just watched that boat the whole time. Then you saw a flash near one of the men's hands, and you heard another gunshot. Okay, what do I own as evidence? 1 bullet shot to the heart was the murder. The photo... Red map of Gourd Lake. Oh boy. There wasn't much else to look at, so you just watched that boat the whole time. Okay, so is there a good contradiction, or do I have to press and be destroyed if I get it wrong? Okay, so she's not a research student at a university. Fine. She's an investigative photographer. Sure. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if she got a picture of that monster. Okay. Wouldn't really be a scoop. Someone else already got a picture of it and posted it in that other newspaper. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all I was hiding. I heard the bang. I looked right straight out at that lake. Wasn't much else to look at. I need to press. Well, hold on. I'd better find some sort of contradiction in his testimony. I won't be able to beat Von Karma any other way. There has to be something. Is that really all you were hiding? Do I have evidence that she was hiding something else? When you heard the bang, you looked right straight out at the lake. Did you? Could you? You just watched the boat the whole time? What do you mean the whole time? Right, so if there was more than one gunshot, why is there only one picture? That's a good question, but I don't know how to... But I don't... Another gunshot. Was there nothing on the lake but the boat at the time? Oh, wait, so you're thinking maybe he was shot from some other place? I don't think so, no. The lake was smooth as glass and nobody was on the shore neither. Better find some sort of contradiction. Alright. Okay, so I didn't get punished for pressing, so let me press a bit more. This is the obvious one to press. I think it's time you told us why you felt you had to hide your true purpose at the lake. Heck, if word got out what I was after, the lake be swarming with competitors. Competitors? Yeah, second-rate shutterbugs trying to steal my scoop. Ah. Is that the only reason you were hiding the truth? Well, actually... Mr. Wright, I'll not have you asking questions with no relevance to this case. Whatever you say, Von Karma. I know you told her to keep quiet. Okay, tell me about looking right straight out at the lake. Exactly what sort of sound was it? Well, I never heard one before, so I can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. It was a lot sharper sound than I would have expected. What do you mean there wasn't much else to look at? There wasn't much else to look at? Yeah. Don't know, if she heard a bang, and she thought Gordy was out there, I kind of doubt she'd waste any time looking at a boat. What would I do now? What do you give me that look for? Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence. Witness, continue. Hold your hush puppies, Pops, I'm getting there. Okay, so she wants evidence here. There wasn't much else to look at. The lake is pretty big. Well, I don't know what I would mark. Wasn't much else to look at. Which she's trying to... I mean, I can try it. I don't think that's gonna be helpful, but... There you go. Miss Hart, were you really looking at that boat? What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It was the only thing out there. Any normal person would be looking at it. I agree. Any normal person would. But you are far from normal. What? Y'all want to step over here and say that? You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy, that's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought. Ah. Order. Continue, Mr. Wright. You testify that you are watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You needed them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. Well? Well, now that y'all mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there and all. Ms. Hart? Are you saying that you were not watching the boat then? Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. I thought, you know, I could be a witness to a murder and all. I kinda got excited. I was sure I was watching that boat till now. This is totally uncalled for. But hey, you got the photograph, you got proof. Still, we can't see who is shooting who in this. Right. That's why I took this photo and... Why? That's why you took the photo? Witness, that's enough. You had a long day. Shut your pie hole. Shut my what? What was she going to say? She took the photo and... what? Wait a second. She even had a photograph to prove it. But you really can't tell from the photo who is shooting. That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality in mine, but that would sure let us see who's who. She enlarged that photo. Why won't Von Karma let her show it? I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, though, it'll mean prison for Edgeworth, or worse. What should I do? Make her show the enlargement. Yes. Miss Hart, look at this photograph. Wait, I have to show the photograph? No. I just hit the button again accidentally somehow. You enlarged this photograph, did you not? Yeah, I did. Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court?
Objection!
Because it does not exist. What are y'all talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it in court in the first place. You old fool. What's the meaning of this, Mr. Von Karma? Ms. Hart. Show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement.
Objection!
The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence. Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement to the court. Here it is. We still cannot see who is firing in this. It could be the defendant, or maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence. Lake photo added to the court record. Taken automatically on 12:25 at 12:15 a.m. Copy now, Mr. Wright. There has to be something. You asked for the enlargement, you got the enlargement. And little good it has done any of us. That's why I requested she not show it. I suppose this means that the cross-examination is over, obviously. Then I would like to close the cross-examination of Ms. Lotta Hart. And not too soon, that was a flagrant waste of my time. Mr. Von Karma, do you have anything to add? I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. Then I believe it is time for me to declare my verdict. Wait, it's not supposed to go like this. There has to be a clue in this photo somewhere. This is bad, real bad. What should I do? Take a look at this photo. Check it out. Alright, what have we learned, or what do we know from this? Taken at the moment of, a bang. Is the gun different? That's a good question. That gun looks like that. That gun looks like that. No, I don't think it looks the same. Not that I'm a famous gun recognizer or anything. Is it? Yeah. Yes. Hand. Oh yeah. Someone who is left-handed doing the murdering. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, I'm going to show other evidence. Very good-ish. Wait! Your Honor, this evidence!
Objection!
I believe we've spent enough time talking about evidence. Indeed. We've heard opinions on every piece of evidence but this enlargement. I see no point in retracing our steps. This is bad, real bad. What should I do? Show other evidence. Or do I object to the enlargement, I guess? Your Honor, there is something decidedly strange with this enlargement. What might that be? Mr. Wright? You will show the court what you mean. What about this photo is strange? Okay, here goes nothing. I'll show the judge what's strange about this photo. Here. Left hand. Here, Your Honor. The shooter? I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter is strange? Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor. The hand? That hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does what? Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence that left hand contradicts. The evidence is clear. The man in this photograph is holding that pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. Now that everyone in the courtroom is quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You have given us definitive proof today. We now know that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim? Precisely. As we've seen, there were no other people on the lake that night. Who but the defendant could have shot the victim? All these people could have done it. Larry. It really could have been, but I mean, the victim himself. Not that that is not. Just because we've heard that mentioned. There is only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself. Order! Order! So, you are saying that the victim committed suicide? Yes, Your Honor. I can think of no other explanation. Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option. I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. But suicide is out of the question. What? Examination of the victim's wound revealed the distance at which he was shot. The distance? The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away. A meter? That's 3 feet! There is no way it could have been suicide. Order! Order! Mr. Von Karma, are you sure of the accuracy of your data? Of course. I had already considered the possibility of suicide, you see. Autopsy report updated in the court record. Okay, time of death, sometime on the 24th or 25th, shot from approximately 1 meter away. I see. Very well, allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun reveal that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for this trial for the day. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. That is all. This court is adjourned. Oof. Number 26, 1:15 p.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby number 2. That was a close one. Hey. Don't you have anything to say? No, I've yet to be declared innocent, Mr. Wright. Well, yeah, but what happened out there on that lake anyway? If he didn't commit suicide, then who? The shooter was about a meter away, too. What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him. I was just kidding around. Look. I'm going to go check on Maya. Oh. Right. What? Tell her something for me. What? Tell her to watch what she says in court. That's all. Would it kill you to just state how you really feel with a thanks, Edgeworth? I requisitioned a transcript of Lotta's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter. So the only part of her testimony that stood was the bang she heard. Lotta's deposition out of the court record. I heard 2 sounds just like gunshots just after midnight on 12/25. There were 3 of them, so why didn't she hear the other one? To be continued, but not today.